Check. 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 Check.
What you, like maybe you're low income or you're an English learner or maybe you're an athlete or an artist. So look into the specific things that make you unique, and there's going to be some sort of scholarship for that. All right. So the next section we have is about building your college application. So we're actually going to talk about the different things that go into a college application, the things that you'll need to get ready and prepare or collect, compile together so that when it's time to sit down and fill out these applications, you'll be able to be ready and get it all done. So we have Yulia here to talk to us about building our college applications. Give it up for Yulia.
Hi, everyone. Everybody knows me like Yulia here. I'm a coach.
Oh, you already
Thank you. And that's my first time, and I'm a little bit shaking. I really want to help you guys, and if you have any questions, I always can help you. Just ask. What's the college application? Do you guys have any ideas? What do we have to put in a college application? They might have to know who you are. What's your goals? Who are you a good fit? And remember, you don't have to be perfect. Be organized, be honest, and be yourself. What's inside the application? You guys have everybody on the table some application, and you can able to see. This, like usually, you need to fill out your personal information, contact information, demographics, your family, who you live with, your education, colleges and universities, grades, honors, testing, activities, and most important part, that's your essay. And make sure you know your deadlines. Early decision, that's November 1st to 15th, and it's binding. If you apply for that, you need to be there. Early action, not binding. That's still November 1st to 15th. Regular decision, that's January 1st, February 1st. That's regular deadline. That's very interesting. Common app. One application, You can apply for multiple colleges. Create one profile, enter your information, and add colleges. Complete required section, submit applications. Letters of recommendation. You should ask this letter of your teacher or counselor, somebody who knows you very good, somebody knows your goal, somebody knows your perspective, what you like. And you might need an additional give resume, activities, achievements, college program you're applying to. Essay, that's most important, like to me. You don't have to just tell, I'm hard worker, I'm smart, I'm doing something very good like a sport. You need to tell your story. Just choose something interesting from your life to make sure you can show yourself in this story. You don't have to tell about all your entire life, because I think so it's just 6,000 words in it have to be in a set. 600? Yeah, because I have some funny story about my daughter, and she put too many words. And we have to a little bit make it shorter, because it's a lot. You might be want to put in your essay something like, what happens with you? What did you do? What did you learn from that? And how you grow after this story. And actually, the rules of essay. Tell the story, show, don't list, like I say. Reflect, explain what you learned. Be yourself. Your voices matter. Authentic, over-impressive. And essay traps. Don't use big words just to sound smart. Write only about someone else. Don't list achievement without a story. Don't tell a story without reflection. Don't try to sound like someone you are not. And you need to be specific, be honest, be yourself. Tell your story. And checklist for your application. Research colleges, don't forget about deadlines. Create a Common App account, because you can apply with Common App for multiple colleges. Request transcript from your school. Ask for recommendations from your teachers or coaches. Write personal essay. Add activities and achievements. Review application. Submit before deadlines. Start early. Be organized. Be yourself. Your stories matter. You don't need to have a perfect application. You need an application that shows who you are, how you grow, where you're going. Stay early, stay organized. Tell your story. And thank you, everyone. Your story is important. And next in the presentation gonna be Ali.
Hello everyone, my name is Ali and I am one of the AMP coach here. Before I start, I was wondering because we are here from different countries and one thing that was surprising to me was university cost here in the United States. How expensive is university in your country? Starting from my country, in Afghanistan, public university is free. How about Ukraine?
In Ukraine, some of them free, but if you're very good, you have good grades.
Oh, very nice.
You're not
Paying for public universities or private? Public, okay. What about Somali? You're not sure, okay. Venezuela? You're not sure. Uh-huh. It was cheaper. Mm-hmm. Yes, yes. Yeah, actually, it was surprising to me, university costs here in the United States. I have almost 20 years of experience being in university as a student or teaching assistant, and I didn't pay. I didn't pay for this education. Always I got a scholarship, and the countries that I applied for that scholarship, the public university was free, and it was a competition. I mean, anyone who wanted to be in the university should participate in that competition and having higher score in that competition to be enrolled in the university. And yeah. Okay. I want to have a discussion about this sentence. College success is built before the first difficult week. What does it mean? Any idea? In my country, there is an idiom in construction. We doing construction of walls by putting bricks on top of each other. And the very first brick is very important. And how you adjust leveling for that very first brick to, because if you put the very first brick on level on the ground, the higher bricks also would be on level, and you cannot have a good wall, and your wall would not be stable enough. And actually being successful in the college also starts in the first days of being in a college, and also we can say it starts before starting the college. You should have a plan for everything in the college. This is a funny video, and I wanted to have it as a comparison between high school and college. You see, I think in the college, still the opportunity is still there. But you should catch that opportunity. You should reach for that opportunity. And this is the main difference between college life and high school life. In high school, everything is ready for you, and teacher will tell you everything, counselor will tell you everything. But in college and in the university, you have more freedom. And this freedom, it would be easier for you and it would be harder for you. That depends. Okay. When you have freedom, that freedom brings some responsibilities for you. And yeah, nobody tells you when to study, when to ask, or when to rest. Nobody tells you those. But you should have a system for each of these responsibilities, each of these freedoms, I mean. And success in the university and in the college builds by this formula: habits plus support. You should build good habits, positive habits for yourself to be successful in college life, and you should know about your support when you need them. This is a question: what could throw a student off track? You can raise your hand and show with your finger. 1 for time, 2 study, 3 stress, and 4 for silence. What do you think? 3, 1, 4. Yeah. These challenges are common, and if you think that time management is a challenge for you, so it means you should build a system for that. It doesn't mean that you are weak in time management. You are not weak in anything. You should build a system for that part that you see is challenging for you. Okay, in your workbook, page 7, there is a couple of questions for you. I want you to circle those questions and rate yourself. If you think you need more work, circle 1, and if you think you're strong, you can circle number 5. Okay, what was your lowest point? Your lowest point was 4? It was great. Okay, is there anyone have 1 for one of these factors in their assessment? No? What about 2? Okay, which area? Asking for help. What does it mean? You cannot ask for help. Okay. Does that mean you are not strong enough to ask for help. Or you can think in another way. You need a system to strengthen your asking for help. This is better, right? You need a system. If you have problem in any of these areas, you need a system for that. That doesn't mean you are not able to do that correctly. It means you need a system for that. You should work on that. Yes, your lowest score is not a label. It's your starting point. It's a point that you should start from that point. Yeah, I have the same problem. Actually asking a question is a skill in the university or in the college, in any areas. Asking a question is not easy. You should have a good skill to ask a question, and you should. It's like a workout for you. You're doing a workout to strengthen your muscles, but for your brain is a kind of workout for you to strengthen your brain to be brave enough to ask some questions. Okay, imagine if someone having need a system to time management, for time management, for managing the time. One of the most important systems that today we use for time management is using a calendar. And if there is anything matters, you should have a place on your calendar, because if you have something in calendar, it is not just for reminding you. It makes that as a commitment for you. You make yourself ready to do that because you put it in your calendar. And one of the good strategies for this is time blocking strategy. What is the time blocking strategy? It means you provide a fixed block in the calendar for the things that you cannot change them first of all. What you cannot change them, your classes. You cannot change the time of classes that are already scheduled. You cannot change the time of appointment that already said. And these are the time blocks that you put first in your calendar. Then you put the times for studying, for doing your assignments, or anything that related to your work or your study. And this third part is one of the most important part. And yeah, you need a time for rest. You need time for take care of yourself. This is very important. You shouldn't consider this as a reward for yourself, because every sustainable planning needs a time for rest, needs a time for refreshment. This is very important for you. And today we have technology for that. We can use technology to put every block in the calendar. You can use there are different apps that you can use for calendar. But more than app, it is important. The system is more than important. It's very important to have a system. What do you want from a system? You want to plan you want to track your plan, and you want to capture anything that, any data that you receive. You want to capture that data. When you have a plan, you can put classes, you can put work, study, and anything on the calendar. For tracking, you might using some to-do applications and break your assignments to small actions and then put it on that to-do list. And for the capture also, it's very important that you have a note application, note-taking application. This is very, very important. And because if you take a note on the paper, that note is not searchable. If you use a note-taking application, anytime you are ready to capture some new data. That new data might be a link, might be a resource, might be your professor's voice, might be anything. You can have that application on your phone, on your tablet, on your computer. The first thing is to choose what application, what system do you want to use. And this is very important. Choose one calendar and one note-taking application. This is very important, and you need to research about those. I'm using Notion as both calendar, note-taking application, time management, and everything. It's a little bit hard to learn, but it's worth learning. College courses often require deeper understanding. It's not simple like high school. It's not just reading. You need to retrieve, close the notes, and recall them. You need to explain everything by your own words, not repeating the same exact sentences from your book or your chapter. You need to connect to other students and see how they think about a specific problem, a specific subject. This is very important because you can have two types of connecting. Sometimes I see students gather and try to study together. That doesn't work because you should do the first two steps by yourself first. You should study, you should retrieve, you should explain to yourself by your own words first, and then you should connect to other students. When you gather with other students from the very first step, that doesn't work, and most of the time that becomes a session for gaming or talking or something like that, because you cannot do all the things in a group. And the last step is clarify, and you can use tutoring or office hours and schedule an office hours with your professor to ask for more clarity in that situation. And one of the good things in our life right now is AI. You can use AI, but how do you want to use AI? I was witnessing some students in front of me. They have an assignment and take a picture of that assignment. Imagine like a physics problem. Take a picture of that and ask AI to solve that problem. And then they trust whatever AI said and put that into their paper and submit it to the teacher, and surprisingly they passed. Yeah, but this is not the way that you should use AI. AI can be used in a college for explaining things, explaining difficult ideas. You can ask AI to explain it simpler, makes it simpler for you to understand. You can ask AI to quiz you, and you can ask AI to have a plan for you, a study schedule for you. And you can use a simple prompts like this. Explain, I don't know this physics problem. I want you to explain it simply to me, give an example, and then quiz me. This is the best way to use AI. Because if it just solve it for you, this is not a way. You should always think deeper, because this is not the first and last problem for you. You want to learn something. And at the last step, if you study, if you explain it, if you connect with other students, and if you use AI app and you didn't figure out the problem, and the problem still exists, you should always ask for help from your professor. And professors always welcome questions. Always professors welcome any type of questions. But this is important that when you ask a question, they understand how much you tried before you ask that question. They understand that. And they appreciate the questions that came from trying first. If they understand that you tried first and you did everything first, then you ask the question, they appreciate that. And that's the professional way to ask a question from a professor. You can have a simple email and ask for a time to talk with your professor about any kind of question that you have. And as I said before, asking in a college is a good skill. It's not a weakness. Okay, always in college there's something that is new for you. There are some systems, some words, and you can always ask about those questions. And there are some resources in the college that resources and the people in the college that their job is to help you. Always have a research about the resources of your college and the people that can help you in the college. And yeah, choose your people before you need them. Who is going to help you in the family, you know? Who is going to help you at the school right now? And who is going to be helping you on the campus? You should prepare a list of that people, and you should have their email address, their number. Because this is not a journey, college is not a journey, that you have to be alone in that journey. You have some friends, you have a supportive network. And this is the most important thing. Build habits that you can schedule. And there is a part in the workbook that you can have the simple habits. I want you to practice making at least 2 habits. I want you to use this formula for the habits. Action plus time plus frequency. If you want to build a habit, you have to do that habit with this formula. Like this: study for 1 hour. This is action 1 hour before dinner. This is time and the frequency 4 days a week. Try to do some habits on that workbook. Yes, I want you to try to build some habits in the workbook. Okay. Is there anyone to share your habit? No? Walking 1 hour daily? Mm-hmm. Nice. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Anyone else who wants to share? Okay. Yeah. Very nice. Yeah, very nice. Thank you. Okay, guys. Thank you very much. I'm asking David to the last part of the presentation. Thank you.
Can you connect this back? Thank you.
All right, everybody. How's everyone feeling right now? Everyone's feeling good? Yes, it's Friday. I know. I understand. So, before we wrap up, first of all, I want to say thank you for everyone who showed up today. I know this is a lot of information, but it's valuable. That's the important thing, that it's valuable information that you can share across your network of people, that you can share with the folks around you, such as students or your children. There's one activity that I wanted us to complete or think about. This is something to wrap up. Think about, and it's on page 7. Everyone can turn to page 7 with me. There's a quote. I'm going to butcher the quote, but the quote goes along the lines of the 5 people closest to you. That's a representation of who you are when it comes to like your personal attributes. And specifically, what I want us to look at is my support network. That's what we're going to quickly fill out or think about for page 7. There are 6 different boxes. There's someone who supports my college goals. The next one is a counselor or teacher I trust, an academic advisor, someone I can call when things are hard, a peer or study partner, a campus resource I'll use. I know we're not in a college setting, we're not in a university, but we are here at this building. We're here at Columbus Literacy Council. So this is a question that you guys should think. And I think the reason this is really important is because the people around you, your coworkers, your people, these are the people who can help you and give you support. And if you look through this, and I want you guys to fill it out. Put a name of a person that you know. And if one of the boxes are empty, that is okay. That's not a bad thing if one of the boxes are empty. That means that's something I want you guys to go with what Ali was teaching us. A habit is to go and look for these resources. So for example, for me, a peer or a study partner, one person that I always would put trust in there is Ben. If I have a question about something, I know I can go and talk to Ben. Ben is really resourceful. He has a lot of good information. And that's someone's name I would put there. Someone I can call when things are hard. I always go with Katie with that. Katie's here in this room. There's a lot of things that I can't do, such as like, I'm not really good at paying attention to like small details. Katie's the type of person that if it's someone's birthday, she's gonna make sure a card is sent out to them saying happy birthday to them. And that's something that I don't think about. I don't consider that in my daily attributes. So think about this. Look through it real quick. Fill out some names. And it can be people in your life. It can be your teachers. It can be your neighbors. It can be your family members. It can be if you guys go to any establishments over the weekend, religious organizations. It can be any of those people that you guys can reach out to. You guys can stay connected with. And why is this important? Because when things go wrong, which they will, things always go wrong. You know who you can reach out to. Never just depend on yourself. Depending on yourself leads to a lot of chaos. But if you have a good support system around you, or if you have people around you that you trust, this is where I would put their names. And one of the questions is a campus resource I'll use. I have a huge task or homework for all of you. I think you guys are familiar with only one particular program here at CLC. Maybe the Dream Team students, you're only familiar with me and the coaches. Maybe the English students, you guys are only familiar with Ben and the team. Maybe the people who are here to do a certificate, you guys are only familiar with that. But for this week, I want you to just take a visit to the website, which is here, CLC, which is connect.studio, and see some of the resources available to you. And then set a goal for yourself. This week, I want to learn more about this. This week, this is what I want to get connected with. This week, I'm going to send an email to Ben and say, hey, Ben, I want to take advantage of that that digital course that you guys are doing. What do I do? This is a time where I would say, Yulia, how do I enroll my student into the M program? They're new to the country, they're from Romania, and they don't have a lot of English skills. What do I do? And that's what I want you to put. A campus resources I'll use. I know this is not a campus, this is the old office campus, but this is the campus though, and there's a lot of resources here that you guys can take advantage of. It's really nice to always get like new people, so thank you for coming today and stay connected, ask questions. Let me scroll down and show you guys. Oh, right there. So, I know Connect Studio, this is where we have the calendar for the rest of the year, but also here's services available to you guys. Maybe you guys need a headshot for your resume. You guys can email Mr. Robert. Mr. Robert, where's he at? There he is. That's Mr. Robert. He's the director of Connect Studio. And if you want to get connected, this is where you would go and fill out your information. Maybe you need a headshot for a resume, or you need a headshot to update your LinkedIn or your Facebook profile. So you can say, hey, Mr. Robert, how do I go about getting connected with a photo shoot? And he would do it at no cost to you guys, because you guys are students and you guys are people in the community who can take advantage of this. Okay? Ben, is there something you wanted to say? I saw you scooting up. Oh, okay. Good. Okay, so with that being said, the website is theconnect.studio. Okay, so this is where you guys will go in, and you guys, earlier I mentioned that you guys can see all the events coming up for the rest of the year. Let me show you. This is the calendar for the year. So today we are in August, and today is August 21st? Yes. So today was about access to financial aid and building habits to support systems that need to succeed. September's coming up, so you guys can learn about personal branding coming up in September. So I'm really excited about that. We actually have a special guest coming in for that one. So you guys don't want to miss that September 18th. That's the next event. And if you want to RSVP and make sure you have your slot, go onto the website and then you can just register. Straight from there, everyone. Just put your name in, your information, and then you will pick personal branding for September 18th. And you'll get notifications on the event. All right. So thank you guys again. Thank you guys for coming out today. Again, my favorite time of the year is coming up because this is going to be more activity, more of what the fall will bring. We'll be getting together. Hopefully we start sharing some foods. I would like to have a day where we can share like foods from our cultures. So you guys can bring some stuff for me to eat. Share. So that's why I enjoy this fall season coming. So stay connected, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Help yourself. We have refreshments. We have coffee, water, tea, and some snacks that you guys can help yourself with. You guys can stick around, network, talk to each other, connect with each other, and we'll be open for a while. So you guys are good to go. Thank you guys. And thank you to our YouTube watchers. You know we're live on YouTube? We're live on YouTube. YouTube watchers, thank you so much. Hey, we messed up on the videos and on the audio for a little bit, but I'm sorry about that. We'll be back right for the next one on September 18th. Hopefully we should have Robert for that one. Robert will make sure he gets us correct for that one. You want to say something, Katie?
Hello, people. Hello, world.
13 viewers.
Happy birthday, Robert. Hey.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday, Robert. Big 40. I'm dedicating this song to you by Olivia Dean. Never mind. She's talking about a man in this video. I love you, Robert, but not like that.